basically what a long-term CR since LIHEAP funding will stay the same in a continuing resolution when it's obviously going to be much more needed this year?
That's not figured in any of this component. What we're focusing on is now the cost of energy that people are getting hit with all across the country. Yeah, we need to fund the government. The deadline there is December 3rd. This is a focus on the fact that this administration is intentionally shutting down American energy, making energy more expensive to help drive a need for renewables. This is a manipulation of the economy and causing pain for the American people as a result. Alex.
What do you think about President Biden calling on the Federal Trade Commission to investigate whether oil and gas companies are participating in illegal conduct to keep the price of oil and gas higher than it should be?
Whenever energy prices have been up in the past, this is a tradition of presidents to do that, and it's not going to have any impact. They're not going to find that happening. What they're going to find is if the president actually looked in the mirror, he would see he's the cause of this, starting day one when he drew a target on the back of American energy and pulled the trigger.
Hey,
yes.
John, can I
Oh, sure.
So I think the one issue there is you're looking at kind of what was stated earlier, kind of political actions to show that he's doing something. The SPRO is one, right? They're talking about the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. This is the second one. But the president in his town hall meeting on CNN actually said, hey, immediate term, there's not much we can do. That's actually 100% wrong. All the policies that we have just talked about, that they implemented on day one, if they started to reverse those, that would have an impact that would be very, very important. So it's the actions that they need to take to reverse their current policies, not political theater. The FTC, I guarantee you, some White House advisor, well, this will look good like you're doing something, Mr. President. It's not. It's not going to do a thing. Neither is the SPRO. The energy experts say Strategic Petroleum Reserve, maybe 2 weeks, small increase in price. What they need to do is reverse these policies that we have been talking about that they have implemented from day one. And we're not even answering the question why. They're driven by the radical far left of the party. And they're trying to drive up prices on American energy and American families. And I really think it's important that people just ask them the question, is this purposeful?
Thank you, Senator Blunt brought this up earlier. The $4.5 billion from the American Rescue Plan, the administration is trying to get that out to the states for LIHEAP. I just want to ask you, in terms of impact, what real-world impact would it have here?
Well, it has no real-world impact there. What it does is help LIHEAP recipients pay the bill. I've always been a LIHEAP supporter. You know, we need to be moving on the appropriations bill. I think the fact that we've spent so much time focusing on the bill that will have a lot of things that make these problems worse have prevented us from having the oxygen necessary in the Senate and the House to get to the bill that would adequately fund a fund that's going to need more money this winter than it needed last winter. But it doesn't need it, I don't think, between now and December 31st or sometime in January. But clearly we're going to begin to see huge problems for LIHEAP-eligible families.
That is the last one back.
Prime Minister Trudeau is in Washington meeting with President Biden today. What message would you have to President Biden regarding the line pipeline which the Trudeau government has really firmly defended?
Well, we are on the side of the pipelines from Canada to the United States that this administration has basically thumbed its nose at and is attacked. So we're supporting what the Canadian folks want to do, and it's an energy that we need. And I did see that, at least was reported this morning, that the president was not going to engage the press or even talk to the American people about what was a result of that discussion with the prime minister.
Can I add
to
that,
go ahead.
John? Yeah. So 55% of the propane that Michigan uses comes through that pipeline. It is the lifeblood for rural Michiganders, right? And we all want to leave this world cleaner, healthier, safer than we found it. That pipeline was a very special pipeline. It's triple thickness. They're able to go in there I envision like doing a colonoscopy and examine the integrity of that pipeline. I think they need to do everything possible to make sure that that pipeline is intact, that it's very functional, that it's safe. They're doing so many things in the pipeline industry now to make them even safer, with probably 95% less leakage than ever before. It's a crime shame what it's going to do to impact those people in rural Michigan. Thank you.
Thank you.
They left me.
It's actually a good question.